Okay, in this video, I want to discuss another method, a much more common sense method. And if you've ever heard the idea of a diversified portfolio, don't put all your eggs in one basket sort of thing, or, well, I guess the idea would be don't put all your money in one egg, so buy a lot of eggs, right? And the idea there is don't just buy one stock, buy 10, 15, 20 stocks. Get them diversified in your portfolio so that when one goes down, you don't lose it. You know, another set of stocks or another stock in your portfolio might go up and it balances out. So it's sort of a hedging. Whenever you hear the word hedge in this sort of stock and bonds thing, it means that it's a safeguard. It's sort of a safe net, in theory at least. So what's the idea here? You buy a lot, all right, and so here for this video I have 10 different stocks, and so you're meeting the first condition here. Now whenever you do this, you're going to have to I call it baker's dozen, okay, because you want 8, 10, 12 stocks in your portfolio, something like that, to have it truly diversified between different industries and different types of stock, different geographies of the companies, and then different different industries, different products. So here you have a portfolio that has 10 stocks in it, and now this is highly unlikely. Let's just say that each one is $3. Each stock is selling at a certain day for $3 a share when you decide to do this. So I'm just going to take that as an average number for the type of stock. An average middle class solo investor, going to do it all by himself on this online stuff, is going to be able to do early on with the minimum amount of capital. He's going to be tempted or drawn toward this area of stock, because remember, you can't do much with 2 shares of a stock that's $50 each. Something like that. You need a good quantity also. So let's just say that this guy's actually able to buy 100 shares. Now, 100 shares is called a lot. L-O-T, a lot. So he bought a lot, one lot. So he's buying one lot of each. 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares. If on the average each one of these costs $3, if these are 10, then he spent $3,000, right? He spent $300 to get 100 shares, and you have 10, so he spent $3,000 down here. So I think this is a fair picture of someone who might want to start off this way and want to initially invest $3,000 to learn how to do it himself or herself on an online site like this. And let's just say, now look, if the stock actually does this, well, I need to backtrack just a second. You're either going to hold it long term or short term, short term or long term. Now I go long short and long long. I'm not trying to be cute here. I'm just saying, you're doing it long. That means that you're buying low and trying to sell high. That's what selling long means. Okay, you buy low, try to sell high. But you can buy low in the morning and try to sell high in the afternoon. That's a very short duration during which you're going long. So we'll call it the long short. Okay, and you know what? I should probably come up with a better term, because I don't want you to think this is short selling. It's just you're going long, you're buying low, selling high in a very short time, kind of scalping it. Now, you might want to hold on for a week. You might hold on for a month. Buy low, hold it for a month, sell it. You know, some people might want to do this for 10 years. The idea might be, look, just pick 10 good stocks and hold them for 5 years, right? So then you don't have to worry about them. You don't have to become obsessed with it. You don't have to check your portfolio every day. You don't have to spend hours trying to capture that flash in the pan movement day by day. And let's just see where they are five years from now. And then maybe rotate out, rotate in, and we'll talk about that in a sec, in either the end of this video or in another video. But you know, you can hold it for a long time. You're going long for the long term, or going long for the short term. So let's just, for the sake of this, let's just say we're going long for a very short term, a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. So you're long short, and so you bought at $3. Now look, if you can manage to make 10 cents per stock on this a day, That's pretty good. Your stock is probably going to make it in one of the top lists, the list that, say USA Today puts out a list of the top traded stocks. And any stock that trades above 5% probably is going to get on that list. I mean, I'm talking about all the stocks on the New York Times, the New York Stock Exchange market, or the Nasdaq, or the American Exchange market. The Nasdaq, I don't know. Actually, I don't. I think it's around. It's in the thousands of the number of stocks that trade through the Nasdaq, and the list of stocks that will get on that most increased list per day is like 25, and if the stock jumps 5%, it's probably on that list. So, let's just look at what's 10% of $3 is 30 cents. So if this thing goes from $3 to $3.30 in one day, that is amazing. Again, it's not every day you're going to find that by any means. Let's just say it goes 5%. Even if it goes 5%, it's going to make one of those lists like the hottest stocks of the day or something like that. So if it goes 5%, it goes from $3 to $3.15 over the course of the day. But you probably will not be able to capture all those 15 cents because of the way that the bid and the asking and the last price. Remember, we talked about this. People want to sell at 311. People want to buy at 311. They want to get a little bit of a deal. Some people are willing to sell at 313. Somebody just made a deal at 312. Okay? So it actually could be like this. Okay, so somebody that wanted to sell agreed to sell it to someone who wanted to buy at 312. They just wanted to get rid of the stock. I'm not going to wait around to get 1 penny. I'll sell it right now. So if they actually make the transaction, this becomes the last price because that's the price of the last transaction. But if it gets hot, this is going to go 313 because someone that wanted to buy was willing to pay 313 to get it right now. And then, after a while, it might bump up to last is 313, and then bid is now 313, and ask is 314. So now it's going up, and that's how you have to work it. But see, if you buy it, all right, if you want to buy it right now, okay, you have to, and you don't want to wait. So you have to pay what they're asking, and it's 313. It's going to be high. And so you got it, okay? But then it changes like this, okay? You realize that if you sell right here, you're not going to make a penny. You got to wait for it to actually go. Oh, I see you can't see that. This ask is 314. They're asking for 314. The last price was 313 here. Okay, last is 313. You're not going to make anything there. You have to wait till it goes something like this. Last is 314. People are asking bid 314. Ask 315. At this point, if you sell it right here, you can make a penny. But that means that the actual price. Remember, we started off at 312 here. The actual price has to go hop, hop. All right, that's a lot of movement just to make a penny for you. So even though if it jumps 5%, that's big. I'm telling you, it's going to make a list somewhere for that day. Even if it jumps just 5%, you might not get all those 15 cents. In fact, I think you would be lucky if you got 10 cents. All right. Because to get all those 15 cents means you were able to buy exactly when it was low, sell exactly when it was high like that, and wait through all these jumps of movement here. So let's just say you were able to get 10 cents a day for each one of these stocks. Let's see how this works. Okay, so you actually made then, because you had 100 shares and you made 10 cents per share, you made $10. Okay, but now let's just say you did that for each one, which would be incredible. It would, if you actually did that for all your picks on that one day. And we're going very short. Let's just look at it in terms of one day. If you made 10 cents on this with 100 shares, that stock had to go up 5%. Okay, that's in itself a feat. You had to see it and make it. You had to capture that gain. Okay, you would make $10, but you would have done 2 trades. The first trade was to buy it. The second trade was to sell it. And on the online discount service, you had to pay $4 for each one of those. So you had to pay out $8. You really only made $2 here. Okay. And if you did it each for 10, which would be truly astounding, if all 10 hit like that, you would end the day with $20. Okay. But the chances of you picking 10 stocks that are going to all jump 5% on that one day so that you can make a measly $20 at the end are incredible. You would probably do better, much better at a casino. Just take your money and go to a casino. So, or again, just rake your neighbor's leaves. So, it just doesn't make sense to do this short term. To buy long, buy low, try to sell high, in like a 1 day or a 2 day or a 3 day window. All right, it's very, very hard to do like this unless you leverage. Okay, because remember, you're just buying 100. So in the next video, I want to talk about what it's going to look like if we buy 1,000.